started with the opening kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing right out the gates.
Wants to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. This crowd, whoa, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line on this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
He made the catch past the marker, also past the sideline. He's out of bounds. It'll be fourth down. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try the run. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Wicks. Coming after it. Stands in and takes the hit. Throws it in on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
Touch pass to the receiver. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Absolutely perfect. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Wicks. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They want to just keep throwing it. For 6, they'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. The QB won that battle, and now you got.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Broncos! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Man, it's nice to cash in opportunities like that, moving it 15 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Let's see what he can do with the return. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Snap of this drive comes from the 32. He's going to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. The defense takes matters into their own hands. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The quarter coming. Looking to pass. It's Wicks. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball down more and more. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On 3rd down. Calls his own number. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's loose. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And that pass is intercepted.
So what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chasing. They do a good job of seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, and getting the ball back to your offense.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Takes the handoff. It's Kamara. They knock him down right there.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
He'll pull it on the read. Makes it past the marker. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
The ball scores free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
This time they'll go to the running game. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. Pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. It's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. The give out of the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know this guy's as a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the air, it's Wicks. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He wants to throw. Quickly complete. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, looking for a man. Got his man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to the air one more time. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him out.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great running backs consistently make people miss. And he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos.
And that is exactly what you want in your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can...
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got the back over the middle. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air, it's Wicks. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Handoff to the single back. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup for 5.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Pulls it in. It's Sullivan. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Feeling some heat. Keeps it going. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The quick out. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Running it back, it's Jackson. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Dropping back, it's Quicks. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Jackets trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
On the jet sweep, racing for the edge and the sticks. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Down the boulevard. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Hand off from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Wicks. Buys a little extra time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part is the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
And the Boise State offense will take over 1st and 10.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A offense getting set for first down. Looking for a man, it's Wicks. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. Turns it on in midfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Wicks. Firing to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Just got enough of the football there by the defender. Breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it. Took that thing away from the receiver. Made the big play, saving the touchdown.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unleashes one. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
This one splits the uprights. And they go back on top. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Colorado State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
Quarterback checking the play. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the ball.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. This crowd knows when to bring it. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, this has got to be so frustrating because you're running out of time. You're running out of possessions. You got to get the ball back to your offense. But, man, this QB just makes a great play. He runs around, scrambles, gets a first down. So frustrating.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 ahead of the goal. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together